Hello and welcome to Europhoria, a podcast all about the great glam and garish from Eurovision past. My name is Roland Bodnam, and as ever, I am joined by the dodgy Isobel Chillman.
Yeah, thanks. I think.
How are you doing, Isobel? All right?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks, mate.
Yeah.
How are you? Long weekend?
Yeah, enjoyed my long weekend.
Lovely long Easter weekend over here in the UK. 2 extra days off work.
Yeah, so 4 days
weekend.
off. 4 days off in a row. That's very special. I spent quite a lot of it watching Netflix.
Oh, good. Anything specifically, or just browsing?
I started watching Better Call Saul because I was going to start watching.
Oh, I love that.
I was going to start watching Breaking Bad from the start, and I thought, well, I've seen all that.
Also, I didn't like Breaking Bad.
Oh, but you like Better Call Saul?
Love Better Call Saul.
Interesting.
I found 90% of the characters in Breaking Bad really annoying. I just liked Gus and Hank.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Anyway, this is a podcast about the Eurovision Song Contest, if you hadn't guessed already. Each week we look at a story from Eurovision past, and then at the end of the episode, I attempt to create my own Eurovision Song Contest entry. Before we start, Isobel, would you like a lovely bottle of Chianti from Italy?
Oh, Chianti.
Oh yeah, Chianti.
As in the very famous Hannibal Lecter phrase.
Chianti, yeah. Hey, would you like a lovely bottle of Chianti?
Chianti.
Oh dear.
You're so rough.
My upbringing, eh? Isobel, something happened in your life.
Did it?
Something furry happened in your life.
Oh my god, yeah, I got a cat. I was like, what? What happened? I adopted a cat on Friday from Battersea Dogs and Cats Home.
How is she?
Adopt, don't shop, guys. Yeah. Always adopt your pets.
Adopt, don't shop. How is she?
She's settling in a treat. She's beautiful. She's a little cloud angel. She's called Patsy. I'll put a photo of her online. You can find pictures of her on my Twitter and Instagram anyway, because I'm fucking obsessed already. I would murder someone if they harmed that angel. Like, she's a cloud fairy, and I love her.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks so much. New member of the fam. Good noise.
Oh, nice pop there
and
on
a good
the Chianti.
Chianti.
Yeah, I'll pass you a glass. There we go.
It's to Patsy.
To Patsy. Oh, your new love. So now we've done that, we can begin the podcast with our usual segment.
Eurovision news.
Yeah, there's an immediate shocked look on Isobel's face there. Clearly, she is very well prepared and has some Eurovision news. That typing away is definitely...
What do you mean? I just remembered something else I need to look up on the internet.
Yeah. There's actually been a fair amount of news.
No, there's the big one, which, I mean, genuinely, Russia and the Ukraine, if you could stop making large announcements either the day after or 2 days after we've already recorded the podcast, that'd be fucking great. Because this is now the second or third time we've released the podcast and the news is already out of date.
Yeah.
Because of you changing plans all the time. But as we'd kind of predicted was going to happen, Russia is not taking part anymore. Not broadcasting, not taking part.
No.
Or the main channel isn't broadcasting it, which I presume means they're not going to broadcast it.
No, I mean, you can watch it online, so they might watch it online. But yeah, there's going to be no broadcaster broadcasting the Eurovision Song Contest in Russia, which I think we predicted and was kind of a given from a way away.
I think everyone knew this was going to happen. I don't know, to be honest. I don't feel that sad about it. I know that a lot of people are very upset, and I know I should have the wonderful open Eurovision family mindset of everyone join in and there's no politics involved in this, and come on. But the reason why Russia gets booed so heavily every single year is partly it's become like a pantomime thing, but it is also because of their horrendous human rights, kind of atrocities that take place, and with what's been going on recently with their gay concentration camps that, I mean, a woman in a wheelchair isn't going to save you from being booed then. Like, it's just not going to happen.
I just don't think anyone comes out of this very well.
Oh, no, Ukraine comes out of it terribly as well.
And the EBU not sort of seeing this coming and going, planning for it. I think it's probably good that it's come to this and that it won't be really... I wouldn't want the whole Russia-Ukraine thing on the night to be like a really big distraction. So I think maybe Russia not taking part and it just being, right... scrub this off, and next year we'll start afresh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have some any other business for you, and I think you might quite like this one as well.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a little thing, and I want you to click on it. So this is the biography page of Mihai Trustiariu, and just scroll down to the bottom line of his biography there.
Oh my god, who did this? So at the bottom, after all of the citation needed, and everything about his music career and his 5 octaves and a half singing voice that he has that's only bested by Mariah Carey, and the cat home he owns, and like all his bizarre stuff. Right at the end it says, Mihai was the focus of the increasingly influential Europhoria podcast, episode 14, entitled Festival Fun. The podcast notes how many citations are needed on this Wikipedia. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Who did that?
So
tell me immediately.
I have had an email from a person who goes by the name Clem Fandango, and they sent me an email, subject line some business, and said, your podcast is fantastic. Thank you, Clem. And then says, firstly, I wondered if you could check out Mihai's wiki page. I edited this a few weeks ago to note the contents of episode 14, and it appears to still be there.
Yes.
It does appear to still be there.
I love it.
So thank you, Clem, for adding that. That was, I wouldn't even know how to do that. I don't know how to edit Wikipedia pages.
No, Clem, you are, I mean, I've never said this to anyone before, but you are my favourite. You really are.
Yeah.
That's, oh my God, that's made my, I mean, that goes too far. It doesn't go far enough to say it's made my day, but this has made my, I mean, this is the greatest thing. This is amazing.
Oh, Clem also goes on to say that they've heard that you've mentioned several times that you've got a Eurovision playlist, and they were interested in you maybe sharing that. They said that they're training for the London Marathon next weekend and have a Eurovision heavy playlist themselves, but it'd be great to boost that with some more Europhoria approved tracks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's on Spotify and it is definitely an open playlist, so I'll tweet it.
Yeah, you can tweet,
I'll tweet it.
Tweet the playlist. And
okay, I'll tweet it out and you can have a look at it. I think
that.
It's pretty so I've got 86 songs on there at the moment, so I definitely need help as well. So
How
if I
many
share
hours
it on
is it?
Twitter, 4 hours, 24 minutes.
Oh, that's a slow marathon. I say slow.
There you go.
That's like an average marathon length.
So, but I definitely need, like, I add stuff to it all the time,
Yeah.
but there's definitely probably very obvious things missing. So I'm
Okay.
going to share it on Twitter, Clem, and anyone else. And if I'm missing something that should be on there, tell me.
We have also had an email this week from our good doctor down under, Reggie.
Hi, Reg.
Doctor in training, and said, hi, Isobel and Roland. Hi. I was listening to the podcast while exercising, and it got me so pumped up.
Oh, everyone's all about exercise. I didn't realise we had such healthy listeners.
I know. So I think Reggie's referring to the song here. She says, I mean, I'm in a stable long-term relationship. All right, boasting.
Yeah, right, show off. Fucking hell, Reg.
But then in brackets,
better from you.
But then in brackets it says, but he hates Eurovision, boo.
Oh, no, jump over.
Yeah.
Just end it now, quickly.
But Easy Come, Easy Go did make me mad, not in a bad way, and make me push harder. Maybe you could think about making some more awesome tracks to work out to. I feel like that's my, like...
Oh, we could do, like, dance remixes of some of the original ones.
Yeah.
Really do exactly the opposite of what Anthony said and just overproduce the shit out
everything.
of every single one of them.
Also, if you do Festival Fun and imagine there's a clown running behind you...
Oh, my God.
You're never going to stop running, right?
Or crying.
That would be weird at the gym, just be like in tears. So then Reggie says, I'm sorry things are going kind of shit for you, Isobel.
I mean, thanks, Reg. Mostly I'm fine.
Yeah, you've got a cat now.
Yeah, I got a cat. Lose a man, gain a cat. That's my motto.
Yeah, she says, sorry about being dumped, but I wouldn't mind dating you, winky face.
Oh, hello, Reg.
I mean, it would be a long distance relationship. But,
yeah, mate, and to be honest, last one was Australian too, so I'm a bit off your lot at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, it's nice.
But
just
thanks anyway.
Getting emails for you. That's fine. Yeah, so those are our 2 emails this week. Thank you very much for getting in touch with us. It was very exercise heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
very
that's
impressive.
odd, isn't it?
It's good. I mean, good work, guys.
Yeah, be good, be healthy.
Yeah,
Be you. Just be you.
We don't want our
guys.
listeners dying off.
That was great. Thank you so much to Clem and Reggie for getting in touch. And if you want to get in touch as well, you can email us on europhoriapodcast@gmail.com. And you can also contact us on Twitter, which is @EurophoriaCast. And I will definitely tweet out those Spotify links.
So now is time, Isobel, to move on to the main part of the podcast, and that is where one of us tells a beautiful story from the history of the Eurovision Song Contest. This
week.
It's your week, Isobel.
It's me.
So, shall we get underway?
If we have to.
I suppose we do.
Goran Karen was born on the 2nd of April 1964 in Belgrade. And he specialises in songs influenced by Dalmatian folk music and is known for his powerful and refined tenor voice.
Dalmatian?
Yeah. So
that's the place?
here because I thought that might come up because I also, obviously, the first thing you think of is...
Dogs!
Dog, like barky folk music. Barky woof woofs.
So Dalmatian...
No. So Dalmatian folk music, or Dalmatian music, is from the Croatian region of Dalmatia. One of the 4 historical regions of Croatia, alongside Croatia proper, Slavonia, and Istria. The region has a long musical tradition, strongly resembling seaside Italian, Spanish, or Portuguese music in the temperament and structure.
Sounds lovely. I'd love to be on a seaside Italian or Portuguese or wherever the other one was. Do you think
they have all the Dalmatian dogs there too?
I think that must be where they come from, right?
Must be. So everyone should have one, and then it's the loveliest place.
Get a Dalmatian, go to the Italian coast.
Be like one of those Japanese islands that has like just covered in rabbits and stuff. And it's just a whole place full of Dalmatian dogs. I'd go there in a heartbeat. Okay, moving on. Goran, okay, so actually quite fittingly, as Mihai was brought up earlier. So in similar ilk, Goran's website is incredible. It has a countdown timer until his next gig, which is like 3 days and an hour away. It's very 2005.
And then that gig happens and then it updates to another like 3 days. 2 hours.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm going to look in 3 days' time and see what happens.
It's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah, it's weird. And his bio on there is the most in-depth thing I've ever read.
Amazing.
For there should be a very brief description of where they act and they've done this as their accolades and they've sung and this has been their accolades and this has been the key points. Yeah. Everything he's ever done is like listed there.
I mean, if you're not going to get a chance to publish an autobiography, then
just make a website.
Do it on your bio.
Just do a website or Wikipedia. So right now, I'm going to give you the highly abridged version of his life. Okay, full version. Go to the site.
Yeah,
this is highly abridged.
I feel like most of your work this week wasn't writing; it was cutting stuff.
Editing. I'm really good at editing nowadays. Yeah.
Okay.
But he does have a website, www.gorankaren.hr. So
HR. Okay. Yeah.
Now, Roland, you're going to like this start off because I know how you love a rock band name.
I do. I really love them.
I really do. So in the early 80s, Goran sang in the bands The Ninth Circle, Zippo, Big Blue, and Epicenter.
They're all great. They're all
Epicenter's
great.
One of my favourites,
really
I think.
Good. Yeah,
I laughed for a good 10 minutes when I read that. The Ninth Circle's a great one.
Epicenter could either be a shit name that they come up with for their team in The Apprentice or a rock band.
Oh my God, yes. Epicenter. Yes. In early 1997, Goran started his solo career. And in 1998 won the Zadar Fest, which is a musical festival held annually in... Well, I've said Zadar and now I think it's Zadar.
Okay, Zadar Fest.
Zadar in Croatia.
I quite like Zadar because it sounds like radar. Yeah.
So he won that music contest with the song Sentence Me As I Love You, which
Wow.
I think might be a bad translation. If not, it's the greatest song name ever.
Sentence Me As I Love You. I like that. I think
Can
that's
you
good.
take that and run
I
with
mean,
it?
it sounds...
I think that's not correct, which means it's definitely okay for you to have a song called that.
Yeah, I might have to use that as inspiration.
It could be kind of
How Long Is a Piece of Love, kind of...
No, I was thinking more like Polly, Love Is a Crime.
Oh, yeah.
Sentence Me As I Love You.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah, it sounds like Shakespeare.
It's great. His first solo album, Like I Don't Love You, or as it was originally translated by Google, As I Do Not Love, which again, use that
great.
one.
I need to start writing lyrics and then put them into Google Translate them to something and then back again, and they'll turn out great.
As I Do Not Love, was a collaboration with a very famous Croatian composer, and the album was a bestseller in Croatia and has achieved platinum status since then.
Nice.
Very successful young man.
Very successful in Croatia.
He also has albums called Dalmatian Tears and...
I really want that to be about dogs, and I know it might not be, but I really want that to be about dogs' tears.
It's all I can picture. He also has an album called Dalmatian Tears and another one called Ahoy! Exclamation mark.
That's sea shanties. That's just sea shanties, right? Oh, man.
And won an album. Well, you said that. He's also won an award called the Golden Gull.
Ooh.
I think he may have won it twice. I couldn't quite understand.
Golden Gull.
But it's a good name.
Yeah. All these things are really great names.
Everything in this story has a fantastic name.
I could do
He's maybe one of my favourite people I've ever read about. Like, nothing hugely... I'm not ruining anything, but nothing hugely dramatic happens in this story.
But he's just
But everything I've read about him makes me love him more and more. Dalmatian Tears.
Yeah.
Ahoy! The Golden Gull. Like, he's just
like
a delight.
He's living in a fairy tale.
He's such a dreamboat. I'm really into him.
I could do a song called The Golden Gull as well.
Right. So many song names coming from this. This is great. The 45th Eurovision Song Contest in 2000 was held on 13th of May at the Globe Arena in Stockholm, following Charlotte Nielsen's victory with Take Me to Your Heaven in Jerusalem the previous year. So there were, the year 2000 in Eurovision Song Contest, there were some controversies that year concerning participating countries, including Israel's Ping Pong, who we've heard about in episode 1 of the podcast. So you go back to that if you haven't listened, if you don't know about them yet. We talked about all of Israel's controversies in the contest.
We covered Israel
many times. So they were the ones that went on and waved Israeli and Syrian flags around, and they had a sexy video and two of them kissed, and big stuff. Great, good for them.
Good kissing.
But Goran was a good boy.
Good.
And remained controversy free.
No controvery there, at least according to his website.
I did have a good hunt to see if there was anything shady about him, but that's what I mean. I really like him.
Look at us.
He's a really nice guy.
We're as bad as the tabloids, just like trying to dig up dirt on our stories. Come on, there's got to be something bad. Is he in a cult? Is he a Nazi?
Oh, yeah, I know, but I really like. That's why, because at first I was like, oh, is this going to be really boring?
Yeah.
So I need to change this. And then I was like, no, he's a really good boy.
Yeah, we'll celebrate the good boys.
So, Kad Zaspu Andeli, or When Angels Fall Asleep, also known as Ostani, which means stay. Okay. I don't know why it's got two names, couldn't see that.
Okay.
Was the Croatian entry from that year, performed by Goran.
Stay.
Ostani. That's good. When Angels Fall Asleep is wanky.
That's a bit crazy, yeah.
He initially wanted to perform the song in English, but was not allowed to due to the public voting. So again, over there at the time, I don't know if it's still this way in Croatia, but the public got a choice in terms of what it was going to be sung as. So the similar vote was in place the previous year before, and the public voted that their 1999 entry, Doris Dragovic, sang her song Maria Magdalena in Croatian as opposed to English as well. Yeah. So the Croatians love a Croatian song.
They'd rather it be sung in Croatian.
Good for you, because as we've realised, if we don't know what's being said, you can have really shitty lyrics.
It doesn't matter.
We just hear it in foreign. The song was performed 17th on the night, following Switzerland's Jane Bogart with La Vita Così, and preceding Sweden's Roger Ponter with When Spirits Are Calling My Name. Now, you might recognise the name Roger, because he was also in this year's Melodifestivalen. He was the big, he looks like a Viking man. The old chap with big robes. Had fire, and maybe he did have a staff, or I imagine that he had a staff.
As well?
No, it was just him. So Astani, or Stay, is a love ballad with Goran pleading with his lover to stay with him, even when angels fall asleep.
Oh, God.
I don't know what that fucking means. Does that mean someone's dead? Does that mean nighttime?
You know when you're getting to that stage in a relationship, and I mean, maybe one day either of us will get to that point.
Either of us will manage to get that far into a relationship.
Where you're like, you start talking and you're like, I'm ready to commit, and like, yeah, this is cool. We're now like actually boyfriend and girlfriend. And then if you were like saying that at dinner, and then they went, and will you be with me even when the angels fall asleep? You're going, oh, there's something I didn't know about you. Are you in a cult?
I get out of here? I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah, when the angels are asleep.
I don't know what it means. I think it's just meant to be generic romantic, but I find it a bit weird.
Be with me when the angels are asleep. It sounds weird.
I mean, to me, it just means when I murder someone, and when there's been many bodies buried, it's like, they're my angels. Like, they're all asleep now. The angels are asleep. Like, you've just like committed a mass genocide. And will you be with me even when the angels are asleep? Run. Boring. A bit weird. So some of the lyrics include: kiss me and be here. Let me shut my eyes on your warm shoulder. Kiss me and be here. Let the heart beat like the first time. Kiss me. Pray. May all the world's candles burn for us.
Wow, that's good.
Better in Croatian.
I
didn't know what it meant.
I like may all the world's candles burn for us. I like that. That's quite a good one, that one.
Set the world aflame!
And the angels will sleep.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to kill everyone with an arson. Big fire.
He's nice, though. He's a nice one. He's a good
boy. Oh, no, we've ruined his good boy vibes. He is a good boy.
Maybe he didn't write it. Maybe someone else wrote it.
So the song is... It's pretty nothingness.
Okay.
In terms of Eurovision standards. It's generic. It's not going on the Eurovision playlist. Let's put it that way.
Okay. You're not going to be doing the marathon.
But if there was a visual Eurovision playlist I had, it would be on that, because the performance is... I mean, it's pure Eurovision oddness. It's ridiculous. So we're going to watch some of it now, Roland.
Yes.
And play a little bit of it. The link I've sent you. And just keep your eyes on just to the right. There's a figure just to the right of Goran on the stage.
This is interesting. Right.
And for any of you watching it, we'll describe it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll have a little describe.
That's a relief.
Oh. She's beautiful. Wow, I really went on a journey with that.
Right, I know, we all do. And actually, I just went on a journey too, because I immediately regret saying that it was Eurovision nothingness and not going on the playlist.
Yeah.
Because actually, I am quite into it, and it's going to go on the playlist. It is. I mean, it's not Eurovision nothingness. It's fun. It's all right.
Yeah.
Just for everyone who's listening who hasn't yet watched it. So Goran appears on stage dressed in a black suit, accompanied by a male guitarist.
Yeah. And
2 female backing singers in grey dresses.
Yeah.
Very glamorous.
Yeah.
And just to the right of him is a figure entirely hidden by what Wikipedia described as a black veil. Although I think it looks more like someone stuck inside a black duvet cover.
It's pretty nightmarish. Like, it's like... it was really weird. It was weirdly not... It was like a figure moving around under this like weird black thing, and then occasionally would like press their face against it, so you just see
like a horror film, when a face
film.
like comes through a wall.
Yeah.
But when you watch the entire thing, I'm not going to make you do it. So during the first verse and chorus, which is the first minute of that song, the figure just stands there.
That's terrifying.
Doesn't move.
It's awful. That is
doesn't
horrifying.
move, but just so pointless. Just stands there. Just a black thing.
But then it's almost like, am I imagining that? Like, is that meant to be? Is it a ghost?
Is something gone wrong? Has that person died in there? Like,
inside.
Are they terrified? Is they like? Yeah, exactly.
That
is
is
weird.
terrifying.
During the second chorus, the figure moves around a bit. A bit.
Like shakes a bit.
No, just very, like a leg goes up at one point and then there's that face bit a bit further towards the end. But that's, again, for over a minute.
Creepy.
Like barely anything happens
really
after that.
Creepy.
And then right at the end of the song,
yeah.
and I mean, it's in the last 10 seconds of a 3-minute song. The figure removes the veil and reveals a very lovely, beautiful lady in a floor length gown underneath. But that's in the last 10 seconds of the song. So for 2 minutes and 50 seconds, that person does nothing. Just stands there on stage covered in a black sheet.
And it's
weird.
Mental. It's weird because like it's almost like a reveal. Like, oh, all along. But it's a person in there. Like, that's a human being.
It's like a dog.
Or it's not like a magic trick where they were like over there and then like the finale of the song is, oh my, really? They were over here.
Have any Eurovision acts done magic tricks on stage?
Oh shit, that might be my
Bagsying. No.
Eurovision magic.
I'm Bagsying for 2 weeks time. I'm gonna look.
There's been ice skating on stage. Why has there not been?
Why hasn't someone vanished and reappeared elsewhere?
I'm sure there has been.
You could do magic tricks.
Maybe it's in the rules.
Stage. No magic.
No magic in Eurovision.
Jon Ola, if I look at the rules and no magic is one of them, I'm going to be very upset with you.
No magic in Eurovision.
I'd immediately vote for a magician.
Not after the magic disaster of 1962.
Yeah, there was some sort of horrible smoke and mirrors incident where everyone died.
It's weird how she just emerges and then that's the end of the song.
That's it.
It was a woman all along.
It was a lovely woman. Don't do shit, mate. It's rubbish. It's really weird. So at the end of voting that night, it had received 70 points, placing 9th.
That's not bad.
In a field of 24. Jesus, we can only wish of 9th.
Well, you got 9th. Great.
I'd be over the moon. I'd buy everyone a drink. If you come to the Eurovision party at the Montague Arms that we're going to be at, and the UK come 9th or above, I will buy you a drink.
I've been having visions, right? And I know, and I think I do this every year. Of like, I go, what if this was our year? What if we won, right?
Oh, even you're so naive,
I fucking am. I've got so much. I'm so hopeful, but like, and especially this year now, we've got this event that we're part of.
Oh, you think that this would be the best year for it to happen?
I think people would literally be in tears, right? Like I would
never stop screaming. I think I'd pass out.
Like that would
not because I even want the UK to win particularly, because we don't have the best song.
No,
but because I wouldn't know what to do apart from scream in someone's face and then cry.
I wouldn't go to bed for 4 days. Like
no, I'd take the week off work. We just have a week of partying. So the eventual winners on that evening were the Olsen brothers, not the Olsen twins. That would be great.
They're brothers.
These are brothers, but not the Olsen twins brothers.
Not the just
different brothers. Brothers of famous Olsen siblings.
Where were they from?
They represented Denmark with the song
well done.
"Fly on the Wings of Love."
Oh.
Another one of the controversies that year was that the Russian delegation petitioned for the winning Olsen Brothers song to be disqualified.
Oh, Russia.
After they had used I don't know this word, a vocoder.
Yeah, I know vocoder. So
that is the way
you know when Daft Punk do a lot of their like that's what a vocoder is.
Wow. The Russians wanted Denmark to be banned because they used a vocoder to give one of the singers an electronic sound to his voice during one of the verses of the performance, but their issue was rejected by the EBU.
It's part of the
song.
Good
for you, EBU.
Yeah, it's part of the song. Like, it's a song.
Also, get over it. It's not like, that's the thing, it's not using auto-tune for the entire time and tricking everyone to thinking, like, if he sings normally the entire time and then at one point he goes and like everyone knows that's a robot vote. No one's gonna think, oh, he's got a great voice, hasn't he?
He does this weird thing with his voice. He does a robot.
Mental. Russia, get over your weird shit.
And also, it's a songwriting contest. It's not a song singing contest. It's not The Voice. It's a songwriting contest. It's your best song. Because there's been some instrumental songs, so you can do a song that is like random robot noises.
Yeah, you could. Someone do that. Not you, Roland.
Someone do magic and a robot.
I've done a robot. A magic robot.
I've done a robot one.
Yeah, exactly.
I've used the vocoder. Russia would not have been happy with that.
You'd have been banned.
I would have
been
banned.
No, the EBU would have backed you up.
Yes, thank you, EBU.
Ah, great. Goran's musical career and his love of his home country continues well past Eurovision, though.
Oh, good.
So that wasn't the end for him.
I'm glad he loves his home country.
Obs, mate. Obs. In 2007, a series of fires struck the Croatian coast, destroying a large part of the fragile plant and animal life. There were 750 fires on the coast of Croatia from June 1st to August 8th. And the total that was burnt down covered an area of 159,000 hectares.
Oh, bloody hell, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
There were people arrested for arson. Oh. Some of it was shepherds setting fires for burning the grass out of the way for sheep. And
it's not smart. It's not clever.
It was all very bad. And one of the worst incidents that happened during that time was on August 30th of that year. A new fire broke out on the island of Kornat as part of the Kornati National Park. A team of 23 firemen were sent in a helicopter on what they thought would just be a routine mission. And upon arrival, they split into two teams, one with 6 firemen and the other with 17. The latter then split up one more time when 3 firemen lost their communication gear. And the remaining 13 were stranded between 2 hills with no water whatsoever.
Oh, God.
Since the large water canister that they were using landed about 500 metres away from them, they were just kind of stranded there. It wasn't close enough to be able to help them with being surrounded by the fire that was there. They got encircled by a wall of fire, and although the burning grass wasn't actually that high, they just didn't have the necessary equipment, and they were volunteer firemen as well. They weren't professional. There wasn't their full-time job either. They were just people that volunteered to help out.
Yeah.
Save the countryside. Save their home.
Like that.
They had nowhere to run, and in only a minute, 6 of them had been killed, with the other 7 lying on the ground, badly burnt, and waiting for help for more than 2 hours. After the rescue, they were sent to the hospital, but unfortunately, 6 more of them died because of the bad burns on their body. It was a really horrific incident for Croatia at the time. The whole, that whole summer was just heartbreaking, obviously, to see their country go up in flames for numerous reasons, and then to have so many people who were trying to help die in such a horrific incident was really heartbreaking for everyone.
Yeah.
Deeply moved by the Kornati fire tragedy, Goran composed the song "This Is Not the End" and gathered a group of very famous singers from Croatia under the name Split Star, because they were all from the region of Split, to perform it alongside him. And from starting writing the song, so when this happened, from starting writing the song to releasing it with a video, took less than 15 days.
Wow.
He's a little star, man.
Yeah.
He is just if he wants to do something, he's going to do it.
Yeah.
He's going to organise a group
it.
and just bloody gets it done.
Yeah.
So he composed a charity single to raise money in their memory.
That's beautiful.
Of the incident, which is very lovely of him. You
Yeah.
can find the video online as well. So it's called, in Croatian, it's called the Croatian name of Ovo Nija Kraj, but it is known as This Is Not the End. And if you look for This Is Not the End Split Star, you should be able to find it online and find the video for that. And he's also seems to be pretty keen on big group events.
Yeah.
As in 2011, his song All the Colours of the Rainbow was chosen as the theme song of the Festival of World Culture in Berlin. The recording of the track took place in 16 studios.
Fucking hell.
On 3 continents, with over 500 musicians involved.
Bloody hell.
This lad knows how to organise a group event.
He's got connections.
Jesus. I want him to plan my next birthday.
Jesus.
Goran is so these are just some other little choice notes that I found on his bio on his website that really made me love him so much more than I already did. Goran is the author of the music and lyrics for a song called Until the Last Breath, which is the anthem of the 20...
Okay there.
Should try that again.
Yeah.
Goran is also the author of the music and lyrics for the song Until the Last Breath, which is the anthem of the 2010 European Water Polo Championships
Oh
held
my-
in Zagreb.
Jesus Christ, that's a morbid song for them.
Until the last breath. Until you drown
Keep playing.
trying to get that goal.
Also, I love that the water polo has a theme
Theme song, yeah. And also composed the song Always Faithful, the anthem of the official Croatian national football team fan club, which then became the official anthem of the Croatian football team.
See,
He loves an anthem.
I'm missing a trick, right? I've now got 16, 17 songs that I think I could definitely get, like the water polo, maybe the polo, like the horseback polo for the UK. I could do an anthem for them, right? Surely
that can be some of your inspo going forward. Anthems. In 2011, the names of anything he does are always fantastic. In 2011, he published a live concert CD and DVD called Romance Under the Whistle.
Fucking hell.
Another lovely line off of his bio, which made me chuckle, was it is interesting to note that all previous 5 albums sold in diamond, platinum and gold circulation, which just sounds like a big old brag, which I really like,
because once we go
it's just like, yeah, that's happened, I'm just going to tell you, Meg did really, really fucking well.
But once it hits platinum, you know that it's hit diamond and gold before it. Like, platinum's the best, right?
Name all of them. So yeah, that's the end of the story, really. Goran, as well, as is made clear on his website, is on Facebook. He's got a Facebook page.
Is he?
Twitter page and Instagram.
Nice.
Still still performing, still a singer. And as mentioned, his website is very in-depth. So feel free to visit if you need a little bit more Goran in your life.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like...
Who doesn't need a bit more Goran in their life?
Who doesn't need a bit more Goran? I'm sure there's many, many more great names. If you're looking for inspiration for a song, visit his fucking website. Goran.
Oh, Christ, every other, that is... I mean, that took, 45 minutes of us messing about, whatever. But that is, I would say, a fifth of maybe even, less than that of what is on his bio.
And also, he's on Twitter. I reckon...
deleted paragraph after paragraph.
I reckon you follow him on Twitter and every tweet's going to be like, when angels cry, the sun shines on the weak.
Goran. I'm well into him. I love him.
He's great. And he does, I know you said, he's got better with age, but actually even in Eurovision, he looks like a big, strong, long-haired Viking, man, doesn't he, in a suit?
He's got shades of, what was that model... the stripper model that used to pose for the front of Mills and Boon's novels?
I don't remember that.
So there is one... What's his fucking name? Wait a sec. Mills and Boon... Oh my God, he's called Fabio.
Oh!
Fabio! That's his name. So he kind of looks a bit Fabio-esque.
He does. He's got long, gorgeous hair and...
face shape, the body... he is...
Fabio,
he is very Fabio.
Fabio has a fitness video.
There's a really, I mean, it is funny, but I don't think I should say that it's funny. Photos that you can find of Fabio once went on a roller coaster and a bird flew into his face.
I've seen that video. Was that Fabio? Is that Fabio?
So if you type in Fabio roller coaster, it's pictures of him looking very annoyed with a broken nose, with the girl next to him being like, "Are you alright?" And he's just got a smashed up face.
Oh my God.
A bird
shit.
flew into his face.
Oh my God. Jesus, I've just looked at this picture of Fabio and
it smashes into his face.
So either that's the pigeon's blood or his blood. I think it's a combination of both, right?
It broke his nose.
Everyone around him looks very happy.
I know, they don't give a fuck.
There's a woman behind him who I think has bits of pigeon on her face.
Oh.
And they're all smiling. Well,
Sorry,
thank you for your story, Isabel. That was beautiful.
Thank you for listening.
And full of inspiration for all of us. If we're ever trying to sound ridiculously romantic or over the top, just over the top ridiculous, just look up.
Just do it.
Goran's
just go for
songs.
Goran Karen.
On that note, Isobel, now is the time of the podcast where we look to the future of Eurovision and we look to what the UK or any country, if they're willing to adopt my song, could do for future entries in the Eurovision Song Contest. Each week I write and record a song and Isobel judges it. So this week,
Judgy Wudgy over here.
Judgy Wudgy over here. Well, you say Judgy Wudgy. Last week you were very positive about my song.
You took advantage of it.
Easy Come.
No, you didn't. I know. I still really like it. It was a great song.
Easy Come, Easy Go.
And I still really like the song.
It was a good song. So
it was great.
It was, and I really appreciated your positive feedback on that. So I looked at that and I thought,
look what you've done to me. I'm glad that you've done me.
Right.
Great line.
So I looked at that and I thought, what was good about that? And I thought, well, actually, you know what? It's a universal thing, right? Being broken up with is a universal. We've all experienced it. Most of us, the vast 95% of us have experienced being broken up with, and the majority of us will at some point be broken up with again. It's just the facts of life, guys. It's just going to happen to you at some point.
I mean, time and time again, it's going to happen to you if our situation's anything to go by.
Yeah.
Just repeated
so
dumpings.
So that happened. So anyway, I thought, not about breakups. I thought I've done a breakup song. That's fine. But I thought, what are they like universal things? What are things that the vast majority of people understand? And so I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, you know what? The days of the week is a common thing: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend is a common thing, right? Everyone loves the weekend. Everyone loves it when you get to the end of the week, the working week, and you get 2 days off, or in the last weekend's case, four days off.
Yeah.
And they experience a great time at the weekend. So, Isobel, I've written a song called "Waiting for the Weekend." Don't.
Oh, it sounds so basic. Already, it sounds like the sort of thing that, and I will already preempt this with the fact that I'm not going to apologise for what I'm about to say. It sounds like the sort of thing that like someone who lives in Clapham would listen to. If you don't live in the UK, in fact, if you don't live in London, that will probably be meaningless to you.
It's basic.
But basically, they're basic. They're basic bitches down there.
Hey, if you're listening in Clapham, enjoy this one.
Stop listening, mate. If you're listening from Clapham, either get out of Clapham or stop listening, because you're not my sort.
This is a song called "Waiting for the Weekend."
Get your boys, girls out tonight. It's time to shake work off and feel alright. 5 days and it's back again. We got 48 hours of a party weekend. Get home, put your fresh crepes on. Pump out the tunes of your favorite song. Hey, how will we going tonight? Check yourself in the mirror and you're looking alright. We go, oh, what you looking? You got me shookin'. Oh, where you looking? Are you looking at me? Oh, now we're cooking. I see you looking, oh, I've got my foot in. And here we go, cause it's Friday night, I'm feeling crazy. You take me by the hand and call me baby. Once you got your job and join me, lady. Tonight could be the greatest party, maybe. Cause I wait for the weekend. The weekend's gonna do me alright. The party's getting started tonight. Alright, 5 days work and Friday's come. I've been dreaming of this time since Monday dawn. Before we realise it, our time will be gone. So put your feelers to the ceiling to the beat of the song. Like Elton John, I'll be your rocket man. We'll be jumping on the floor as hard as we can. At the end of the night, I'll take your hand and I'll fly you around the moon. No one knows where we'll land because oh, how you dancing, you're chancing. Oh, are you romancing? Romancing with me, oh, how you do it? I wanna do it, oh, will you do it? Do it, cause it's Friday night, I'm feeling crazy. You take me by the hand and call me baby. Once you got your job and join me, lady. Tonight could be the greatest party, maybe. Cause I wait for the weekend. The weekend's gonna do me alright. And I'll wait for the weekend. The party's getting started tonight.
Wait for the weekend. That was a song for all you people who live in Clapham.
Bottom, it really was, wasn't it?
I think
I wasn't wrong with my first statement. I was kind of into it until it got to the chorus.
Yeah, something happened then.
You lost me.
It sounded good.
You lost me at the chorus. No.
When I did it at home.
Yeah, no. Basic.
Yeah. I mean...
And then the rap.
We haven't addressed the rap yet.
Where do we begin?
Like Elton John, I'll be your rocket man.
I mean, some good lines in there, but...
No, so this I started like... I think I was quite influenced by, and you're only being proven more and more correct by this, by Calvin Harris, right?
For fuck's sake. Roland, you need to get to fucking clapping right now, mate. I was completely 100% right. I read that song title.
But if that song was Calvin Harris, Dizzy Rascal, and we entered Calvin Harris, Dizzy Rascal into the Eurovision Song Contest, I think maybe, it would be modern and cool and jumpy and dancey.
If that was Calvin Harris and Dizzy Rascal and was released in the UK charts 12 to 13 years ago, you would have a number one in the charts.
Yeah.
That is Calvin Harris a decade ago. In the UK charts. That is not current or future Eurovision hit.
I mean,
you made a Clapham dance track.
I didn't make a Eurovision song.
No. So for that, you're getting very... And I know that I think this one's going to have a backlash as well. Because it's not horrendous. It's not, it's not a festival fun song.
Reggie's going to like it. You can run to that song. So, what would you give this if it played on Eurovision night? Oh God!
If this played,
it would. So if this played right, you would be like, "Oh, it's a fun dance song." You'd enjoy it. It wouldn't be like a slow ballad that goes on for feels like 5 minutes.
No, I'd be sat looking confused. No, what you saying I'd enjoy it is putting words in my mouth that I'm not having.
I'm trying to push you to one side.
You might enjoy it, but no. If this came on Eurovision night, in all honesty, and I know that I'm going to get a backlash for this because it's not one of your. It's not a horrendous song, but it is not a Eurovision song.
Yeah.
Catcher.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
That's a really good song.
Nah.
Oh.
Eurovision,
man.
I ain't vote for that shit.
4's one of the lowest.
Yeah.
So we got a 4 there, which isn't necessarily the thing I was hoping for. Sometimes I do a song that I know is bad, and I was going to get
last week you got 10, mate.
I know, you got to balance it out. So on that note, we're going to end the podcast. Thank you all for listening. As we said at the start of the podcast, you can get in contact with us. You can send us an email, and that's at europhoriapodcast@gmail.com. And you can get in touch with us on Twitter, and that is at EurophoriaCast. On that note, thank you all for listening. We really appreciate you listening, downloading the podcast. If you're listening to us on iTunes, even if you're not listening to us on iTunes, do go onto iTunes and leave us a 5-star review.
5-star only, please. Anything less. And
don't do it. It doesn't matter.
I will find you.
And write something. That really helps us get seen a little bit more. Because we really just want to get seen.
Even if you just put like a ton of thumbs up emojis, whatever, mate.
It's fine.
Just put some up.
It's relevant.
It's really helpful.
On that note, let's end the podcast in the same way that we end every podcast with the catchphrase, Isobel.
Roland.
What will you do when the angels go to sleep?
Christ almighty. I will just quietly pack my belongings and leave and never return. You will never hear from me again for ever using that sentence.
Oh, well, on that note, thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week. Good night!
Oh, too loud.